Hey everybody, welcome back to the Phantom's Den. We are here with another Alex Meyers animation react video. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, but I really enjoy this guy. His animation is quirky and fun. He does breakdowns of really old-timey Disney Channel original movies and like all these teen rom-coms and stuff, and really like tears them apart and has fun with it. So I'm looking forward to reacting to this one. He is doing the Kim Possible live action movie that came out a couple years ago. I loved the Kim Possible cartoon growing up. I still think today it is one of the best kid cartoons like for Disney Channel or Nickelodeon ever made. It still holds up today. And so I'm excited to see how he kind of tears this apart, because I also watched this movie thinking that it might be enjoyable or nostalgic. It started out good, and then it went into Disney Channel original movie territory, unfortunately. So let's see what he has to say.
You know, usually I don't really care so much about remakes and reboots or whatever. Like, I might check it out just to see, but I'm not really one of those people who holds on to my nostalgia like it's some kind of respirator keeping me alive, you know? But then I heard they were remaking Kim Possible. Now, let me tell you, back when I was, I guess, like 12 or 13 or whatever, I was really into Kim Possible. Mainly because the voice of the character Kim Possible was the girl who played Ren Stevens on Even Stevens. And let me tell you, okay, the old spring awakening for little Alex over here was Roxanne from a Goofy movie and Ren Stevens. And on top of that, Ron Stoppable was played by the guy who was Eric Matthews on Boy Meets World. So, I mean, how could this show not be a masterpiece? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, about a week ago, Disney Channel aired their Kim Possible reboot. And you know who was sitting right there front and center? Not me, because I was working on my Camp Rock video. But now it's finally time to see if this reboot can live up to the selectively remembered version in my head. So first thing, of course, we get reintroduced to all the main characters.
Who am I? I'm Kim Possible.
She was alright.
This is Ron Stoppable, best friend and best sidekick.
He was actually alright.
Kim, I got a target lock.
That's our friend Wade, resident tech genius.
Now, Kim Possible, right? I mean, she saved the world like a bajillion times from giant robots and evil slime and people who only learn one song on the ukulele. But the whole thing about this movie is that this year she has to face her greatest threat ever, high school.
The doors are closing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Made it!
Okay, all right. I know exactly what kind of movie this is going to be now. Anyway, at school, we meet Bonnie, Kim Possible's arch nemesis. They don't like each other, of course, because, you know, they don't. But then we also hear about Kim's other arch nemesis, Dr. Draken.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, thanks. Hi.
Make it quick, Wade. We gotta get to homeroom.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard, but Shigo sprang Draken from the joint.
No big. You've captured that dude more times than I tripped over my own shoelace.
He said trip over his own shoelace, and then he tripped over his shoelace. Hilarious. Anyway, so surprise, surprise, Kim's first day at school isn't really going all that well. As it turns out, high school is not quite what she imagined.
In conclusion, it's best to abandon any hope of joy and find meager satisfaction in monotony.
There's truth to
So
that.
Kim and Ron keep trying to get to class on time, but for one reason or another, they can never quite get there before the bell rings.
Is your name Kim Possible because it's impossible for you to be on time?
Hey, you know, I gotta say, this movie is surprisingly realistic. Because, you know, like in every other teen show, kids are just like standing around talking in the hallways for like 20 minutes between classes, if they even go to class. Anyway, so later in the day, Kim wants to try out for the soccer team, mainly so she can rub it in Bonnie's face. And of course, it wouldn't be Kim Possible without a bunch of pointless slow-mo action.
I guess, yeah. This is why. So extra.
But you know, Bonnie's just gotta be Bonnie about it, and doesn't let Kim on the team.
Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't get about this movie is why did they change her being a cheerleader to her being on a soccer team? Like, I don't know how that revamps it for a new generation. It was just kind of confusing and polarizing for me because being a cheerleader was a big part of her hero shtick. Like where she got like all her acrobatic skills and stuff was that she was a really talented cheerleader. So, and they made her a soccer player, which doesn't really work. I don't know. I'm nitpicky because I'm a big fan of the cartoon, but I thought it was kind of a dumb change. Also, yeah, like everything they do is extra in this.
Now, flashing forward a little bit here, okay? Kim and Ron are sort of lamenting about how bad their first day of school was when they just so happened to meet this girl, Athena, whose day was apparently way worse.
It was awful, Mom. I didn't make any friends.
I just tripped and dumped my backpack everywhere, and everyone laughed.
Why? Just why?
Exactly,
Ron and,
why?
Athena start hanging out and become best friends and all that cool stuff that never happens when you're an adult. I just mean like, remember how easy it was back then just to make a new friend? I mean, I barely had any friends in high school and it was still easier. Or hey, we have one class together every other week. Want to be friends? Sure. Okay, maybe it's not that easy, but you get what I'm saying. But like trying to make friends after your mid-20s? Ha! Hey, we like the exact same TV shows and movies, and we play the same games, and we like the same music, and we know the same people, so, like, you maybe want to hang out sometime? I mean, it's just, right? Anyway, now, because this is one of
the
these
struggle's
movies,
real.
of course, we also get one of these makeover scenes.
1 second, hold on. So I had a little quick ad break there, but we're right back into it.
Settle down.
But what do I even tell them to do?
Okay. First, breathe. Second, close your eyes. Picture the best version of yourself.
The best version of myself? Let's see. Yeah. But anyway, thanks to the power of hair straighteners, Athena comes out looking like this, just in time to join the team and stop some bad guys. Now, earlier in the movie, Shigo, this person, broke Dr. Draken, this guy, out of some Arctic prison or like whatever, and wouldn't you be shocked to learn they're gonna take over the world and stuff. Now, back with Kim and friends, you'll never guess who just pulls right up.
That's our ride.
Oh, yeah.
We meet again. Skipping ahead a little bit, our heroes learn that Shigo has infiltrated some kind of like secret government lab or whatever that can only be accessed like this. So they all head on over there to see what she's up to.
Yeah.
Looking all around this secret lab, there's no sign of Shigo or anyone really. But Ron finds the most important character from the original cartoon, the naked mole rat.
Rufus! I don't really like how they did him in this.
I mean, I know Disney Channel original movies don't have the biggest budgets or whatever, but like, I mean, this looks like a Geico commercial from the 90s.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
One thing we start to learn from this scene is that Athena is basically everything Kim is, except, better. And Kim, as you might imagine, is not too thrilled about it.
Maybe Draken wants to be able to download vast amounts of information into his own brain. Wait, can you run a check on the lab for any sort of circadian-based brain modulators? Sector 12 to your left. And that's where we'll find Shigo, come on!
Anyway, so they end up finding Shigo, but thanks to some rather unfortunate developments, Kim and Ron get locked in a fish tank, and Athena has to fight Shigo all by herself.
I know you're busy right now, Kimmy, but we got some competition here. This one's good. Maybe even better than you.
I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Shigo
It's like,
manages to get
why?
the cube thing,
20
whatever that
twirls
is,
for
and
no
escapes.
reason.
Now, Dr. Draken, who is conveniently recording everything that happened at the lab, decides to leak the whole fight online, showing everyone how washed up and out of her game Kim Possible is. And thanks to the power of the internet, now everyone loves Athena.
This throwdown is sick. Athena is absolutely destroying Shigo. And that hair. Can you believe
Jesus, who wrote this dialogue?
Look at me, I'm Athena. I'm so cool, I can spin. Anyway, so not sure how to handle her feelings about all this, Kim goes to visit her ninja grandma, I guess, and talk about all the stuff that's been going on.
What is it, baby?
I've never met someone who's better than me.
Yeah, let me tell you, that's one of those rude awakenings you get when you go off to like college or the real world or like whatever, Like whoever in your school you think is the best or most whatever, they're not. But for me at least, this realization was actually incredibly freeing because like then I stopped trying to be the best and just focus on being better than I was last time. And let me tell you, life is much less stressful now. Anyway, so the next day,
Good life
Athena's
advice.
reign of terror continues with the whole school throwing her a special assembly where she gets like every award imaginable.
All right, attention students, settle. In the short time that she's been at this high school, she's earned a 5.5 GPA and has already been voted homecoming queen King.
But right then, Shigo and Dr. Draken break into the school and kidnap Athena. Now, Kim wants to save her friend and also make sure she kind of stays out of the spotlight, you know what I mean? So she tries to do that cool, like, tilt-a-whirl thing or whatever that Athena did, but, well, you'll see. And just like that,
what
the plan
dicks, man.
fails and Athena gets kidnapped, all thanks to Kim. But
Kids
then,
are
of
savages.
course, Kim, not wanting to wallow in her feelings anymore in this movie, sets out with Ron to go save their friend. But back at Dr. Draken's lab, we get this little piece of information.
Will you two stop arguing?
Excuse me?
I was just trying to get your attention and a little credit. After all, I befriended Kim. I surpassed her in every single way, and I broke her. Just like you asked me to.
Athena was working for Draken the whole time? Anyway, Kim realizes she might need a little help for this. So she goes home and gets her mom and grandma, and they all head off to Draken's lab, which everyone seems to know where it is and no one cared till now? This movie could have been over in 5 minutes. Psh, can you believe that a movie made for kids isn't 100% logical? I mean, come on, Disney. Anyway, so Kim sneaks into the secret base or whatever and finds Athena, and that's when things take an even bigger twist.
I'm sorry. I really messed up at the assembly, I know.
You were a garbage friend way before the fight at the assembly.
I was so caught up in all my drama.
My purpose here was not to be your friend who inspires you. As you can see, I'm far more complex than that.
Huh. Wasn't that something? But yeah, so that's when Kim realizes that it was all fake. The friendship, the Shigo fight, the jealousy, everything was just a setup. So there's your lesson for the week, kids. Don't have friends, I guess. I don't know. Then it's time for the final showdown. And I just gotta say here, okay, I love how Kim is wearing some like military chic or whatever, and grandma's wearing some like martial arts gi, and the mom's just like jogging in the park. Anyway, wouldn't you know they end up getting captured in whatever this is and forced to listen to Draken's monologue.
So I rotted away in that cell.
The evil plan reveal.
I should have brought a book.
I find these informative. They fill in some of the blanks.
Do you mind?
Oh.
Yeah, where was I?
So the plan was to steal Kim Possible's spark, whatever that means, and transfer it into Athena, then send it back into Dr. Draken, making him super cool. But that also means that Athena would be destroyed, and despite recent events, Kim is not having it.
I'm gonna get you out of there, Athena.
Why? She's just a robot.
She's my friend.
Just before everyone gets vaporized by this force field thing or whatever, Rufus, the naked mole rat from before, somehow escapes and flies Ron's drone up to the off switch. And just before Draken can suck out all of Athena's power, Kim saves the day with her laser chapstick and turns Draken into a 10-year-old boy. You know, after all these years, Disney Channel, somehow you still find ways to make me go, eh. In the end, the machine is just about to self-destruct. But Athena, realizing the error of her ways, sacrifices herself so everyone can get away.
You saved me. Let me save you.
Nuh-uh, you're crying. Shut up. But wouldn't you know, turns out Athena's okay. Sort of. And then long story short, they rebuild Athena, everyone lives happily ever after, the power of friendship, blah, blah, blah.
Learning to be a better friend made me a better hero.
And of course, we get this little stinger at the end with little boy Draken showing up as the new student at Kim's high school. Oh, what's gonna happen? Now, as everyone knows, because I liked the show when I was a kid, that of course means that I'm the reigning authority on anything and everything about this reboot. But really though, the Kim Possible rehash as it is now, yeah, it's kind of dumb. It's a corny, goofy kids movie version of the old show redone for the new generation or like whatever. That being said though, real talk, the movie actually has all the ingredients for a great tongue-in-cheek satire.
It
Like,
did.
There's so many points when it just gets right on the cusp of being brilliant, and then they just take 2 steps back and it just gets really campy and eye-rolly. almost there.
Yep.
Like, it's really close. It feels to me like one of those things where the team who made it had a really great idea, and then some executive, was like, yes, that's fine, but what if we made it worse? I mean, I don't think it's really that bad, I guess. It actually is pretty funny in some parts, but really it's just a little disappointing. That's all.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Ronnie, what do we got?
Hold on 1 second here. Yeah, so I agree with most of what he had to say. Yeah, the thing is about like these Disney Channel like movies and reboots and stuff is that, again, like with anything else that they're trying to do right now with their properties, like, yeah, I understand remaking something for a newer generation to introduce them to something that was popular with the younger ones. It all has to do with marketing and money and everything. I get that they're a business, but why do they feel the need to change so much and also dumb down their characters? Like, the problem with a lot of these movies and like watching some of his other videos he comments on is that as like the kids get older, or like the longer a series goes on, the dumber they get, which is ironic because the audience they're targeting is growing up with these movies. So like you'd figure that they would try and write it more intelligently, or something that's has a little more realism to it while being able to stay on brand with Disney. I don't know. I mean, again, yeah, like he comments on, kids movies and stuff. It's just fun to see what he has to say, how he makes jokes about it, how he animates stuff, and just his commentary is very insightful. So I enjoy hearing what he has to say about this stuff because it's fun going down, memory lane and a little bit of a nostalgia trip every now and then. Like you want to go back and rehash some stuff from your childhood and be like, oh yeah, I wonder if this still holds up, or I wonder if I still enjoy this as an adult today, or maybe I'll show this to my kids someday. Then you go back and watch it and you're like, oh God, these are all terrible. Like, would my kids even like this, or would they think it's garbage too? Like, who knows, But these are a lot of fun. Yeah, no, Kim Possible, it's near and dear to my heart. I love it a lot. Didn't care for this movie that much. I agree with him. It got too campy and very eye-rolly and really stupid in some parts, like especially in the third act when they revealed that the girl, Athena, was actually some kind of android robot, that I'm like, really? Like, you had to take it to that? Like, you couldn't just keep it grounded in realism and let it just be fun and be like the show? It had to be stupid too. But whatever, it's just my opinion. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you enjoyed these animation videos that I react to, and if you want to see any more of these. I'll continue to make a few more and put them out there, see if anybody, hooks on these or lets me know that they want to see more of these. But like, comment, share, subscribe. Link down in the description below for the original. Ring the bell for notifications. And comment at me below before letting me know what other videos you would like me to check out. So this was a lot of fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day. I'll see you soon.